Alright, page 23 of your notes. Happy April Fool's Day to everybody.
Yes, no work there.
And I'll tell you the truth, I am not kidding about anything I've said already today. I am not fooling you.
Yeah, so we're not really a week behind?
You are really 2 weeks behind.
Alright. So I told the kid on the bus yesterday his sister died.
Alright, so on page 23, thank you. Now the diagram in your note is a bit small, so what I'm going to do is blow it up here. We're on page 23.
I actually really like this phone case, thanks bro. It doesn't actually fit the phone properly because I think it's a full case and this is a full case. But
They're the same.
Yeah, not the same.
yeah,
They're exactly the same.
Then it must be the case. It's the case because it's not meant to go around the edges.
Yes, it can be.
Alright, so we might need to fill in some details here. Okay, so classifying triangle on page 23.
This will help.
This will be a big help for some people, I know.
This will help an extension.
Alright, so, yeah, a massive help for extension 1.
So is this one of those examples where the work we do in extension filters into our mathematics work?
Is what, so?
Is this one of the examples where our extension work filters down into our mathematics work?
Absolutely. And vice versa. Okay, so you will probably need to write these things around it because the diagram is quite small. So, classifying triangles. So the first thing we need to look at is the right angle. Yes and no. Okay, so if we have a right angle, are the two sides or the two angles are equal? If they're not, they are a right scalene. Okay, that's that box there. Right. Right. If they are, we have a right isosceles. Not the best note-taking writing thing. Alright. So I suggest everyone in their notes be filling this around in their notes so you can read it. Right, so if we don't see a 90-degree angle, then we need to look at the next one. So are any of the angles greater than 90 degrees? Alright, so we have one. We can only have a maximum of one angle that's greater than 90. We cannot have two angles or all three angles greater than 90 geometrically. Right, so you have two sides, two angles equal. If they are, they're called an obtuse isosceles.
I don't know where I put those theory notes. That's all I think. Actually, I think I might put them in after service. I sure did.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
And if they are not, they are a obtuse. Okay, so if you have one angle that's greater than 90, but the other two angles or the other two sides are not equal, that we have an obtuse scalene. So generally, a scalene triangle has 3 different angles, 3 different sides. Right, so typically we're looking at triangles that are all acute angles. So if any of the angles greater than 90? No. Are all 3 sides, all angles equal? So we have all 3 sides and all 3 angles equal. What do we call that? Equilateral. E-Q-U-I-L. Atural. Oh, can't fit it there. Sorry. Just went off my page.
You're an obtuse.
Sorry.
You're a reflex.
I call him Spider-Man.
Okay, so that's the equilateral. Couldn't fit it on that page, sorry. Right, so if all three angles are not equal, we then consider two sides or two angles equal. So if two sides or two angles are equal, we have an acute isosceles. So an isosceles triangle has two equal sides and two equal angles. Scalene has all sides and angles equal. Alright, and then we have nothing in common with the sides and the angles. Okay, so down the bottom here, we have a very acute scalene there. Okay, the equilateral means all sides and angles equals. Isosceles is two angles and two sides equal. And a scalene means nothing, no angles or no sides are equal. So that's classifying your triangle. Alright, question. So you mainly need to know your isosceles. You need to know your equilateral. Okay, you also need to know about your scalene. Yep. Scalene's nothing, isosceles 2, and equilaterals all 3. Okay? Right, so back to the notes. So, next thing you need to know is the angle sum of a triangle. So, the angle sum of any triangle that you draw will always equal 180 degrees. So, proof. Any ideas how I can prove that the angle sum of a triangle is 180 degrees?
What?
Any idea at all? Do you ever consider why all angles of a triangle is 180 degrees? When you add them together?
Every corner in a shape 90 degrees, so like a square has to equal 360 and pentagon has to equal.
That's going back the other way. But I want to go the other way what you said there. Any ideas? Alright, let's draw a triangle please. Oh, polygon. Draw a triangle. I'm going to redraw that.
Well done.
Thank you. Pretty disappointed in my first effort there.
How are you disappointed? Look at it. Where we first have to
My
start.
first effort.
We've come back.
Alright, so X, Y, and Z there please. So we need to show that X plus Y plus Z equals 180 degrees for any triangle. Okay, so what I want everyone now to do is put an arrowhead here. Alright, and I also want now to do a dotted line that's parallel to that base and the vertex at Z touches. Okay, so that means these two lines are parallel. Alright. So let's notate, so this will be capital Z. Hang on. Now let's do it the other way around. Let's do A, B, C. Let's call this D, and this over here E. Right, who can tell me an expression for what angle ACD equals?
X.
Good. Why?
Because
Not corresponding.
what's the other one?
Alternate angles.
Alternate.
Alternate angles equal. what's the expression for y? Sorry, not for y, for angle BCE.
Same line.
Y.
Oh, so excellent. Okay.
Okay, and we have a straight angle here, so these three angles here must equal 180 degrees. Okay, that is why an angle sum of any triangle will be 180 degrees. Right, so let's write the proof. DE, DCE is produced such that DE is parallel to AB. Right, so what I've done is I have made that line up the top that goes through the point C, the vertex up the top, extended that line so that it is parallel with the base there. So angle ACD is equal to X, and angle BCE is Y. Okay, we need a reason. Alternate, Robin. Alternate angles on parallel lines are equal. Right, so since DCE is a straight line, right, so that must imply that the angle X plus the angle Y plus the angle Z must equal 180 degrees. Right, so I've already made that the straight line, so the three angles that gets formed up there must equal 180 degrees. Right, so therefore, angle sum of a triangle is supplementary. Right, so you do that for any triangle and you always get that property shown up the top.
I'm proud of it.
Okay, so that you need to know your three types of triangles. You need to know your scalene, your isosceles, and your equilateral. You also need to know about the angle sum of a triangle. And I've just done the proof there. The other thing you need to know is the exterior angle of a triangle. So on page 24, so the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So let's draw another triangle to prove. Right, so let's draw, doing the second proof there, 4.2. Right, so let's draw another triangle. Okay, so when we talk about the exterior angle of a triangle, what that means if we extend one of the sides out further than the vertex, I'm going to do that base there. So extend that side out, and that's what the exterior angle out there is. So let's go A, B, C, D. Yep.
Did we do this? We did this in
I have shown some people quickly this one, yes. Right, so we want to show the angle BCD, so that's the exterior angle out there. Right, so which equals the sum of the two interior opposite angles. So let angle back, let's call it X, and angle ABC is equal to Y. So basically what we need to do is show that angle BCD is X plus Y. Right, what can I do?
angle BCA equals 180 minus X.
Right, angle BCA going to be 180. Take away the sum of the other two angles, so we need that in the bracket. Okay, the 180 take away the sum of these two. Alright, and a reason. Okay, the angle sum, so we're just covered. Right, so angle BCD. What's an expression for me to write down the size of the angle there in terms of the variables in the diagram? So 180 take away X plus Y. What's the expression, not the answer? So I need the size of this angle, so what's an expression I can write down here? So I can write down and give the size of angle BCD.
No, that's the whole ACD.
X plus Y.
So this is a straight line, isn't it? Yes, so these two angles must equal,
180.
yes, alright, so let's write down that working. It's 180, take away the whole of the value of the angle inside here. So take away 180, take away X plus Y. Right, so let's expand. So 180, take away 180. Now, I'm take away with another negative, make the plus, and then I'm going to leave that in the bracket there. Okay, so 180 take away 180 is 0, so we're left with the X plus Y. So, the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles, okay? Therefore, not done. Maybe we need to make this seating arrangement so you're all separated.
Yes, please. Get rid of.
Because you two in the middle, as a team,
They're not a team. Just swap it around.
They're going to beat each other up.
Or you could all just move back to where you just came from.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Oh.
You came from there. I was here first. But you came from there.
Yeah,
That's where you came from, Kyla. I was here. Go
first.
back to where you came from.
Whoa.
Oh, jeez, that brings
People on
back
YouTube are
memories.
going to be saying this.
That's what I
Hey, guess what? What? Wednesday in Paris.
No,
Yeah, now it just wasn't then.
Start 25
to a big small.
Yeah.
Right,
I mean,
so-
It was at 3 a.m.
Oh,
We had
Is that why you got
Already
it?
in Tesco.
Is that why you got text? And then say April
Last
4th.
one.
Were you talking to him or did you just get it?
Alright, so now, 5 questions, and then you've got the rest of the lesson to do this work. So we've just done the angle sum of triangles, I've just done that proof, and we also looked at the exterior angle of a triangle, and we looked at that proof. So, example, let's find the value for each polynomial, and I need you to give a reason, okay? So we need you to do something along the line of what I've done in the proofs. So, A, what's the expression for the value of x?
180, take away 49, take away 62. The reason is the angle sum.
A, B, C equal triangle.
Yes.
So, example. So, x, 180, take away
49.
49 and 62.
The reason is the angle sum of a triangle is supplementary.
Then what is 49?
Yep. 180, take away 111.
What's that? 60.
79.
89.
Hang on, 111
That'd be 60.
is 69.
What did I say? 7
That's x degree, so notation diagram, the x degree, that means, I don't need to write the degree with the number there. Okay, and the reason, angle sum of triangle is supplementary. B. Down the page. Alright, so I've got 4x, 5x and 3x in each of those vertices. Vertex, sorry. So I need to find the value of the single x. So how do I do it?
Add them all together and then divide.
11x equals.
Yep. Alright, so let's add them all together. So 4x
Wait, 12x.
plus 5x plus 3x. The sum of those three angles must equal 180.
180 divided by 12, go. Go, Carl, go. Go.
15. 15.
12.
Alright, so it's reason, angle sum.
Well,
Zero.
I didn't think about it.
Go zero.
What is that? 44 divided by 12.
It's 50.
Angle sum of triangle supplementary. So 12x, 180.
Don't eat it. I did nothing at all because I woke up late. You know, that one food. And you have it down.
Alright, so that will equal 15. X, alright, so What's the value? What's the expression for the value of x in that diagram? C.
180 take away 180 take away.
What's the quick way of doing that, Josh?
67 plus 19.
Okay, the exterior angle result, Josh, there. Okay, you can do what you wanted to do there, that's fine, but it will require more working. Right, so x is going to be 90 plus 67. Right, the reason. Yep. Now what you can do, exterior angle result. Okay, you can write that. I have given me permission.
57 on that one.
So 100 plus 57, 157.
I don't think you.
Snow, what's two times one? One. Don't worry. April Fools. No, we say that because you said that as a legitimate answer. Twice. Twice, yeah, just make it worse.
It's okay, Snowy, in the Year 10 science test, I spelled my name wrong.
The hell would...
Man,
What, you put an R at the end or something?
I put an ER. That's what Amanda
Yeah.
wrote. And I was like, no! Jasmine was like, did you just spell your name wrong? I was like,
Talk about stress before you test. Right, D. Bit different. So,
85 take away 49 equals x.
Yeah. I mean that one.
no,
Okay.
no. 180 take away 8, take away 49.
If you're adding an
there's
extra
that
7,
one.
it's not necessary.
No, because that's you have to take away from 180. Because they're in the straight line. It's on a straight line. So they're the two angles. You
Oh,
just like
that's
that
what
one.
I mean.
And then you get that one and minus it from the 180.
You can just do 85 take away 49.
No, because it's not.
No, it's a different...
85 equals the sum of the opposite interior angles.
yeah.
What? Yeah, man.
What? You make
So,
it so difficult.
let's, before we jump to getting too far ahead of ourselves, actually write down the expression that the exterior angle, 85 degrees, must equal the sum of the two interior opposite angles. So, 85 degrees, I didn't need to write degrees there, sorry, is equal to x plus 49, yep.
It's case closed.
Yeah.
Write down the expression, do not try to take shortcuts, make sure you are getting these correct.
We do now.
Okay, these sort of questions getting incorrect on simple arithmetic, listening. Guys, you really need to separate if you're going to bicker at each other all morning. Well, it seems like a few times I have to wait for people to stop. So,
Oh, well done.
do not rush ahead with your working. Write down all your working and go through your skills that you have learnt. We have learnt the skills on how to do this style of question. Okay, on the topic equation, so this is an application of equation. Right, so 85 take away 49, 85 take away 50, plus 1. Take away 1, sorry. No, plus 1. Right, 36. Okay, so that's x degrees. Okay, let's state the reason. Okay, you can go ahead and find the angle sum of the triangle. You can match expressions. You can find the angle that makes the supplementary there. Do whatever you want, as long as you get the right answer at the end. Okay, but there's obviously some ways that are quicker than others, so keep that in mind. Okay, particularly when you're doing assessments and when you're doing homework tasks. Alright, E. Right, you're given a diagram and you're also given information. Okay? So, what you need to do is, as you're reading through the question, you're making sure all that information is shown to you in your diagram. So, I'll bring it up. This is your diagram. So, AB is equal to AC. So what I'm expecting to see in the diagram is those two equal markings, which is there. CD equals CE. Okay, CD, CE, yeah. I've got two equal markings to show that they are different sides, different set of equal sides, and angle BAC equals 28 degrees. Yes, I've got that information in the diagram. So that's the first thing you need to do, make sure it's all there. There will be times when there is part diagram or no diagram, okay, and you need to actually construct one or add information to the diagram that's been partly provided. We need to find angle DEF. So in other words, you need to find the angle, the exterior angle there.
Angle BAC equals angle ACD.
Say it again, sorry.
Angle BAC equals ACD, which is exterior. Not exterior, alternate. And then
Yes, okay, so I was just about to say, you probably can't quite see it in your diagram, but you got little arrows here. Right, put them in.
Oh, those two.
it says, yeah, it says it there.
Yes, okay, so you may not see them on the diagram.
Angle.
And then angle ABC equals ACB because it's an isosceles. Yeah, on that.
Is it corresponding?
Okay, this one will require a bit of working to get through. Okay, so Robin's approaching a solution.
Yeah, so ACD equals 28. And then,
ACD,
yeah,
What's your reason on it?
because ultimate angle.
ACD, so the angle in here.
Yep.
Robin's saying that's 28, yep, keep going.
Angle ABC equals ACB because
Will equal what, sir?
ABC equals ACB.
Because
Why don't you back that?
Isosceles, because if you get those, then you can work out the sum of BCD.
the ABC, so you're saying this angle here,
Equals ACB.
ACB, yep. Right.
180 take away 28.
Divided by 2, yes.
Divided by 2.
Uh-huh.
Which is, what's that? And then
Yep,
from
keep going.
From that you can work out DCE.
DCE, yep. You then work out this angle here. Yep, keep going.
76.
That's your point, isn't it? When you're in that. Yeah, when you're in that.
And then you add those two together to get the one on the other triangle. Take what?
Don't take
28, take away 56, 108.
And you also have your equal markings there,
Oh, okay.
remember?
Then CDE equals DEC.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever DCE is.
Yep. Okay, so what Robin's done there is he's actually thought through the question. He hasn't given me specific value, okay, but that's what you should all be doing at the start of your question, okay? So you'll be thinking through, I can get that angle, I can get these two angles from that, I can therefore get that angle, I'll there be able to get those two angles, and then I'll be able to do that final step, okay? So that's what you need to be thinking through when you're answering these questions. Alright, so let's write down a proof for that. Set out, sorry, not necessarily proof. Alright, let's go. Angle ACD is 28 degrees. Okay, reason. Alternate angles on parallel lines are equal. Right. Angle ABC is equal to angle ACB. Okay, base angle of isosceles a triangle are equal. Right, so angle, we're more concerned about angle ACB, which is going to be 180 take away 28. So, for those people who need a bit of extra clarification, if I go, going back to the diagram here, so these two base angles I've just set out are equal. To find the value of them, I need to do 180, take away the other angle, okay, and that'll give me the sum of the other two angles, and then I'll divide by 2, that'll give me the value for each of those. So, 180 take away 28, divide the whole thing by 2.
Yeah, I've already
So 152,
I'm more confusing.
5 and 2, 76.
You're going to see why.
Right, so what I've done is I've taken the known angle away from the triangle sum of 180, and then I'll divide that by 2 because we know that the base angles are equal, and the mass there all get 76 degrees as the base angle. Right, continuing, the angle angle DCE. Right, so we've got the value of this angle here, so we know that value, we know this value, guys. So to get the value here, we've got the supplementary angle, we know the sides of those two angles, so therefore we can do the supplementary angle result, okay, to get the value of the angle in DCE. So, 180 degrees, the whole straight line angle result. Take away, we know the angle 76 degrees, what we just calculated, and we also taken away the first angle, the alternate angle, that forms the third angle on that straight line. The 104, 180 take away 104, 76, 76 degrees there. Okay, we probably could have got that another way too. Yes, co-interior angles. Not co-interior, corresponding. Because over here, there's our parallel line, therefore this angle here must equal that angle there because we've got the F shapes there. Alright, so that's another way you could have done it. That's what I'm saying, geometry is often more than one approach to get the answer. So you need to be clear and concise with your reasoning, and there's not necessarily one correct way to do it. Okay? So, as soon as I saw 76, I instantly thought there must have been another way to get that. And I saw it. Anyway. So reason, angles on straight line.
Will you lose marks if you don't do it their way?
So,
Will you lose marks if you don't do it the easiest way?
if you don't do the easy way,
Yeah.
No.
Like if you forget to see the correspondence.
No. as long as you are clear, concise with your reasoning, and your reasoning is correct, and your approach and your arithmetic is correct. Okay, I don't care if you're doing 2 lines or 10 pages, as long as you get there. Preferably not 10 pages, of course.
The answers in, just straight up answers, will you lose marks?
So,
Yeah, so you need working out to find.
Yeah, then you ask to show that you know how to do it. Yeah, but if you get the answer and there's no help, obviously, it's just a HNC, why would you lose marks?
Alright, this particular question, it says find angle DEF. If you want to write down the value of angle DEF and is correct, you will get your full marks. Okay? If the question did ask you to show the value of DEF, it means you need to do an approach like this. Okay? Now, I am not teaching you by just saying, oh, this is this, and therefore the answer is this. I'm writing that. Okay? I am teaching you through working, okay, so that you guys can follow better
But if we
what
get
the answer is.
wrong, we could get some marks by showing marks.
Exactly.
I'm
Okay?
saying you like
Yeah.
a genius, so you get like 100%, you had like all points or something pretty good.
Like
And you just be like, oh, it's 76 is DCE.
Yeah. Like I said, this question is a valid question in terms of if you just write your answer, then that's fine. Okay, but what I want you guys to avoid is just writing down answers, okay? I want you guys to actually show the working. Because if you do not get your answer correct, I can give you part marks where it's appropriate to give you if you are part way to a correct answer, okay? But if I can't see any evidence of what you're doing and you are incorrect, I can't give you anything at all. Okay, so that's why I stress the importance of working. Right, so angle CDE equals angle CED. Okay, so I'm just stating those two angles are equal for my isosceles triangle. Okay, so again, base angle isosceles triangle are equal. Right, so what I really need is angle CED, so that I can do either the exterior angle result with angle CDE, or I can just do supplementary angles on a straight line, which is what I'm getting at. Right, so angle CED going to be 180, take away 76, the known angle in there, in the triangle, and then because they are both isosceles triangle, the other two angles must be equal. Okay, so we've got 104 divided by 2, so we've got 52. Reason. Oh, belt it again. Alright, so therefore, wow, the lesson's gone quick. So therefore, angle DEF is going to be 180, take away 52, so 60, 120, so 128 degrees. Okay, so I've done the angle sum on the straight line. The angle Right, so I'm not going to go through the last one today because we're just about out of time. Okay, but that means up to 4.3. So tomorrow I'm going to skip congruence and similar triangles. I'm going to go to Pythagoras, something that you've all seen to finish the term. Okay, and then you'll have your chapter 3 and then up to 4.3 in chapter 4 to try and get done by the end of the term, by the start of next term.